Black Friday. The biggest shopping day of the year brings out the worst in organized crime. This is the story of a $5 million fraud ring exposed during the chaos of the holiday sales.
With a weapon of choice, a sophisticated scam known as ticket switching, using fake labels to lower prices. And the insidious practice of gift card fraud and digital cloning. Federal agents have closed in on the multi-state operation responsible for the massive losses. This crime was not random theft. It was a coordinated, rapid-fire effort to loot luxury goods. The operation relied on speed, anonymity, and the sheer volume of shoppers. The total loss is estimated to exceed $5 million, impacting retailers across 3 states. Law enforcement now faces the challenge of dismantling a highly structured digital crime syndicate. Today, AI Crime Watch exposes the anatomy of the Black Friday plague. The primary mechanism is the low-tech, high-reward scam known as ticket switching. The fraudsters steal cheap labels from low-cost items and swap them onto expensive merchandise. The unwitting cashier scans the swapped barcode, and the expensive item is purchased for a fraction of its true cost.
Stolen goods are then immediately returned or sold online for their full retail value.
The second, more sophisticated method relies on digital manipulation, gift card fraud.
Customer funds are loaded onto the gift card, then drained by a third-party server.
As a customer loads cash onto a new card, the stolen data is used to immediately drain the funds online. The victim is left with a worthless piece of plastic, while the funds are long gone and laundered. The success of the operation depended on scale, targeting major retail hubs across 3 different states. Encrypted communications were essential, used to coordinate the fraudsters across vast geographic distances. The FBI focused on penetrating this digital network to dismantle the entire syndicate from the top down. This fraud was only possible because it operated with a clear, established organizational hierarchy. At the top sits the fence, the mastermind who finances the entire operation and launders the profits. The fence provides the initial capital for the equipment, tools, and the crucial forged labels. Below the fence are the mid-level managers who coordinate the daily activities across state lines. The base of the pyramid consists of the runners, recruited to execute the swap and that. The runners risk jail time for a small cut, while the fence reaps the majority of the millions. The FBI surveillance operation focused on identifying the leaders of the communication network. Agents successfully tracked the encrypted flow of messages back to a centralized server location. The complex investigation culminated in the simultaneous arrests of the syndicate's key leaders across 3 states. The mastermind was apprehended, shattering the illusion of their untouchable financial power. The successful operation dismantled the entire criminal organization from the top down. The immediate focus now shifts to asset recovery and the steep legal consequences facing the syndicate. The arrests mark the end of the fraud operation, but the legal battle is just beginning. The leaders of the syndicate face multiple federal charges, including conspiracy, fraud, and money laundering. Federal prosecutors are seeking severe sentences to send a clear message against organized retail crime. The lower-level runners often receive reduced sentences or immunity in exchange for testifying against the leaders. The primary goal of the prosecution is the recovery of the stolen $5 million in assets. Stolen goods and assets acquired by the organization are being seized and cataloged as evidence. While millions were seized, the total financial damage to the affected retailers is difficult to fully assess. The Fence mastermind faces decades in prison for masterminding the multi-state conspiracy. The case highlights the need for stronger federal laws targeting organized retail crime networks. The bust provides needed relief to the retail industry, which suffers billions in annual losses to these rings. The immediate Black Friday plague has been contained, but the digital threat remains a constant challenge. The verdict will send a decisive message across the entire nation's criminal underworld. The Black Friday plague may be contained, but the nature of retail crime continues to evolve rapidly. Organized retail crime has fully shifted from simple theft to high-tech, digitally coordinated schemes. The primary battleground is now the digital infrastructure, fighting fraud at the point of sale. Consumers must remain vigilant as digital skimming and data theft become increasingly sophisticated. Law enforcement must constantly adapt their surveillance and tracking methods to keep up with the changing technology of crime. The question remains, what is the best way to permanently dismantle these highly organized retail crime rings? This is AI Crime Watch. Subscribe for the latest developments in digital crime intelligence and forensic analysis.